Good evening, everybody. How's everyone doing? I'm gonna wait for a few seconds for some folks to get on in. Guys, can you please share this live onto Twitter, onto YouTube, IG, so everyone will know that Mr. Jeffrey William is on. Let me just share it right now. Hello, guys. Hello, everybody. I'm going to go ahead on and bring Mr. Jeffrey Williams Sr. up for you guys so you guys can say, because he's not a stranger over here. So we're going to have a conversation while we're off from the trial. Here, without further ado, here's Mr. Jeffrey Sr. Hey, Big Jeff.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Hey, how you doing? I'm good.
I think you have the YouTube on in the background. You might have to turn it off.
Huh?
You have the YouTube on in the background. I think you might need to turn it off. Got it?
Not going off.
Oh, it's not going off? Okay, let's see if it doesn't repeat, because I just don't want it to repeat. Then you think I'm talking, and I can still hear it a little bit. You see, I hear it.
Okay.
Well, we'll try it with it on. Oh, and hit the button, y'all. Sorry about that. Just hold on a second, guys. I tell you, it's always like some technology going on, right? All right, here he is. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah, we
All
went
right.
back to it.
It went back to it again? I hear it now.
Hold on. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
All right. Everybody's saying hello to you in the chat. We have about 4 people in here.
Hello to everybody.
Hey. So how you doing since we've been off for a couple of days? So what's your thought?
I'm okay. I'm all right. Just taking it easy. Getting some rest.
Getting some rest, right?
Getting some rest.
Well, one of the questions I want to ask you today is recently, a couple of weeks ago, Mr. Steele filed an appeal for Jeffrey's case for it to be dismissed. And just recently, it has been entered into the appeals court, and they're looking at it. What's your thought on that? And what is Mr. Steele looking to do with that?
Well, hopefully he's looking to get it dismissed, you know what I'm saying? Because, by law, this case should have been dismissed months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it should have been dismissed months ago. And I'm not just saying that because of who it is. It should have been dismissed before it even got started. Because the whole case has been fraudulent from day one. To me, and I'm glad that now that we're doing this impression of a trial, because it's not really a trial to me. I'm glad everybody's seeing that everything that the state is trying to present is basically law enforcement. You know what I'm saying? And that shows that they are doing things out of just personal, out of personal vendetta, or, out of some type of, hate, and you know what I'm saying? So it's adding up now.
Mm-hmm. When you
You know
said
what I'm
personal
saying?
vendetta, who are you referring to
I'm
when you say?
speaking on the DA. I'm
Okay.
speaking on the district attorney.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And she has a lot of people playing, that has a hand in this,
Mm-hmm.
all the way down to other judges. So, this is what we up against. This is what we fighting against. You know what I'm saying? To where it's my family at stake more so than anybody else. As far as, my grandkids, they're personally, they're maliciously trying to persecute my grandson. They keep bringing my son back and forth to court, back and forth to court, trying to do different type of, things and acts with him. You know what I'm saying? So, it just, it's personal, and
So
it's clear to see now.
do you think they're trying to financially drain Jeffrey?
Well, I wouldn't just say financially draining, because a lot of things we're having to face, he's not having to pay for it anyway.
Okay.
So it's not, like I say, all of their tactics aren't working. You know what I'm saying? So, he's paying for his own trial.
Okay.
You know
Now
what I'm saying?
you heard about the situation that happened to Stillwell in the jail.
Yeah.
What's your thought on that?
I think that was a setup by the sheriff department.
Mm-hmm.
And, probably somebody higher, a little higher. I just can't put my hand on it, but, for this young man to be incarcerated for
You okay? He's locked up. He's locked up. Hold on. He froze. He froze. He froze.
20 months.
You
And
froze.
then he's been in protected situation.
You froze for a
Yeah.
minute. I didn't hear everything you said.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Can you repeat everything you said? Because you froze.
I said for him to be done been incarcerated for 20 months.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden he's took away from where he was being protected at, supposed to be in PC, and put in a dormitory or in a room or whatever with the guy that stabbed him. I think that they was looking for a 2-for-1 deal, because the guy that he was in the room with has killed his child.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's listed mentally disturbed. So what would be the reason for you to put Stillwell in a pod with him, period,
Mm-hmm.
or in a room with him, period? And as far as I have heard, no one knows who made the call for him to be moved. So I got a real problem with that. And I said that day one of him getting stabbed. You know what I mean? Because it was too easy. It was too easily done. You know what I'm saying? So we got to, I'm asking all my people of Atlanta, we got to get together, man. We got, I'm really begging the families and somebody of these kids, man, and other people that's in the jail. I'm begging them to join. I'm begging their families to join me in stepping on these people necks. And that's at the courthouse, the jailhouse, everywhere we need to go and make a stand for our loved ones. We need to start doing that. You know what I'm saying? Right now is not the time for us to be separate. It's time for us to come together, because as we can see, these people aren't playing fair. And it's not just with us, it's with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? These people are trying to get convictions on anything just to try to make themselves look good. You know, and that's not right. That's not right. If you got something on a man and you know you got them dead to the wrong, hey man, do what got to be done. You know, we want to try to solve this overcrowding of the jail. Guess how we can solve it? It's easy to solve it. Put everybody ass on the court calendar and let's get these cases out the way.
That's an idea, but they're saying they don't have enough judges and things like that.
Guess what? Guess what? The judge ain't got shit to do. We can start with the minors and go to the majors. You understand what I'm saying? It's not hard to do. You got probably 80% of the guys that's in the Fulton County Jail have minor cases. Those are cases that you can go on and get your conviction on, as far as somebody pleading guilty to, you know, pissing in the public. You know, it's bullshit. If they've been sitting in jail, if a person been sitting in jail long, you know, for a longer period of time than their case require, if they did go to trial, give them time served, let them go damn home. Because they done did their time.
So they have people with minor fractions, like peeing in a.
Yeah. They got, hey man, they got cats on Rice Street. You know, okay, the way the court system is set up on Rice Street, at 9 o'clock you have misdemeanor felony, I guess that's what they call it. And at 11 o'clock court, you have felony court. Okay, transfer those misdemeanors, transfer those 9 o'clock court cases to Superior Court. So these judges can go on and do, see, they can only do so much at the jail. So go on and bound these kids over to Superior Court. You can take, you know, hell, you took one floor to prosecute YSL on, take one floor, load it up with judges in each courtroom, and spread them damn cases out and get those cases done. You know, on a misdemeanor felony like that, hell, if they done sat in jail for a year, 2 years, that's all the charge that they facing require anyway.
Some of them is only like 30 days.
So, thank you. You understand what I'm saying? So they've been sitting there for, that's why I say if they've been sitting there for a longer period of time than their charge require, let them go. They done served their time. Yeah. Now, if you want to put them on some bull crap probation for a year or whatever, and they go for it, hey, that's on them. But I wouldn't go for it. If I know I done sat in a jail for the duration of the time that the charge that I'm facing require, what I want with some probation? I done gave you your time. Let me go home. Take me to court. Give me time, sorry. Let me go home.
So do you know what the district attorney is doing with those cases that are very minor misdemeanors?
Yeah, they trying to use them to get evidence on YSL. That's what I really believe.
But see, the other thing,
they making deals on YSL, they making deals on YFN, they making deals on anybody that they on all of the guys who they feel like they are trying to convict for gang charges. So everybody else don't matter. And that's how they treat it like that, and they're showing. You know, we have had a district attorney, she even said it in the courtroom. If anybody can remember, her words were, we don't care nothing about none of those other 27 people, 28 people on this YSL case. We just want Jeffrey.
You want the leader. Yep. That's what they said.
Thank you.
Yeah, I remember.
So that said a lot. That said a lot, man.
Here's the thing that I've seen that's going on. The ones that's been in jail for those minor fraction, they're getting inside there, getting into fight, and then catching another case while
And
they're.
that's why. And that's why. Because they tired of sitting in jail.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of this violence is coming from these guys being frustrated, man. We done forgot. The system done forgot. A lot of these kids that's incarcerated are 80s babies, 90s babies, which were considered the crack babies.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't forget about that part. These kids have mental illnesses. And the system said that. You know what I'm saying? That don't make it true. The system said, the system labeled them when they were born in the years of their births as crack babies. Now you're trying to make them killers. Now you're trying to make them, all these terroristic ass people. But let's not forget, people, these are still our kids, man. So we can't keep allowing these people to treat them like they fucking animals. To sit back and do absolutely nothing on these kids' behalf is really showing these folks, or making these folks feel like what they think about our kids is what's happening. No, let's put them in a situation to where we charge their kids with some of this dumb shit and see how they like it. We are parents, some parents, man, our health is going bad. Some of our healths are already bad. Now it's getting worse. You know what I'm saying? Because we're looking at how the system is actually dogging our kids out, and they're not giving a damn about how nobody think or feel about it. So what the judicial system needs to step up. Somebody up high needs to step up and come down on these folks, man, and make them do what they supposed to do, instead of letting them try to keep framing people for crimes that they don't have no recollection of whatsoever, or nothing to do with.
So do they have any type of program or for reform, anything in jail for the time they're waiting? Do they have anything?
Okay. Let me tell you what happened on that end.
Okay.
The guy that was working in Rice Street trying to do prison reform, I don't know why they keep considering Rice Street a prison. That's the county jail.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The guys that was trying to do a reform program was asked to leave because they started showing too much love to the inmates. On trying to help them get out of jail, help them stop with all this fighting and all this nonsense that's going on in jail. So that lets you know that they don't want these guys to do nothing right. The county can only make so much money off of these guys. We understand the county get paid for each inmate. But what about the sickness that's in the jail? Let's consider mind over matter. Let these kids go to court, do what got to be done, get their due process, this, that, and the third. And hopefully, man, they can get out, man, and start and try to do something different with their lives. Mm-hmm. But to keep them housed in as like animals just so you can get a damn dollar? Are you serious? Okay, if you making money off of all these inmates, why in the hell is this damn jail falling a damn apart?
And they using.
So what's the purpose of keeping these kids locked up? Somebody doing something with the money other than keeping the jail up. Let's go behind the doors. Let's go behind the scene and find out where all this damn money that the county jail is making off of these damn inmates going. Let's start pointing some fingers at what they need to be pointed at. The sheriff, piece of shit.
Oh, okay. I didn't expect that one. Okay.
Because he's more worried about the courthouse than he is what he signed up for, which is the county jail.
So what is he doing about the county jail situation?
Nothing. You got to go there to do something about it.
He hasn't been there?
He don't go there. Pull up over there and ask some of the officers, do he come over there? Or when do he come? They'll tell you. It has been done. It has been done. So come on, man. You got more protection, or you got more security around a YSL bullshit case than you do where it matter at. Where it should matter at.
Well, you know, a lot of people who are saying that she is clean up the street because the gang situation has been minimized. There's low crime in
when.
I'm just saying this is what is being said based on. I haven't seen the numbers, so I don't know. It's just going by what is being said on the news.
You know why it's being said?
Mm-hmm.
Because of rule number 101,000 plus 101 million. They know that if they say anything to the general public on the media, everybody gonna buy into it. But we got to be some damn fools to buy into it, and we still turning on the TV every day and looking at the news, and people still getting killed. Crime still happening. So what area are they talking about? Crime done went down at Bughead, cause the damn so high in Gwinnett County. We looking at that.
Yeah, it's very high.
What they talking about? Conyers, Covington, somewhere that's nowhere near Atlanta.
That don't have anything, no crime. What's going on?
Thank you. Shit. But in Atlanta, we still getting crime all day, every day. So where's it down at? On Atlanta bad. You know, let's make it make sense. So what they're doing is they're playing mind control. They feel like they got everybody so tied up into this case to where they can say whatever.
Somebody just put in something I thought was interesting. They said, my nephew went in Fulton County normal, came out crazy. It's sad. He was in so long without a trial. The DA dropped all charges.
There you go. There you go. There you go. I rest my case.
Wow.
This woman actually goes to people. She actually goes to the jail. You know, and I'm telling you something that was brought to me. She'll go to the jail, or she'll have some of the inmates brought to certain areas, and she'll go and ask them questions on, you know, if you can tell me something about Jeffrey, you know, that I don't already know, as she say. You can go home today. Why not take them to court? Why not take these guys to court and let their cases be handled and then let them go home? Other than that, you seeking prosecution. Y'all assigning, they are assigning bull crap ass public defenders to some of these defendants on that note alone. Just to try to get them to you know, do anything towards somebody to get out of jail, or they don't represent them properly. And I can tell you that because I have a grandson that's going through it.
Got a public defender?
Yeah. He has a public defender who he probably haven't saw but 3 times, if that.
Wow.
Since he's been locked up.
How long has he been locked
up? In June, he'll be done been locked up 2 years, just like his uncle.
2 years and
There you
3
go.
times?
There you go.
Wow.
The judge gave him a bond
Mm-hmm.
in August, I think, like mid-year, like in the middle of this year.
Mm-hmm.
She gave him a bond of $170,000. And upon giving him the bond, she put a stipulation on it. Guess what the stipulation was, you all?
What's that?
Cash.
That
Ain't nobody else had to make a cash bond. So that let you know it's a lot of hands playing a role in this case. In this saga that we going through.
So what is his charges that he has to pay 170?
His charge is murder. He mistakenly killed his girlfriend. Which on top of that, he's partially mental retarded. And he's diagnosed for that. But his public defender say she's having trouble getting his medical record. Are you serious? Really? Almost 2 years, you still can't get his medical record? He was diagnosed at the age of 9 or 10 years old as partially mental retarded. His girlfriend was partially ill.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So question, was it with a gun or?
Yeah, it was with a gun. She like swung at him or something going in the house, and he had his gun in his hand, and he raised the gun up and the gun went off.
Oh wow.
So he actually called the police himself.
Wow.
Yeah. And sat there until they came. Wow. So but he was also, from what the East Point Police Department say, he was also considered the victim of their relationship, because every time they went to their house on a call, it was always about her doing something to him, not him doing something to her.
So they had
they were shocked.
So they had several calls. They had several calls of her.
Yeah. They had a history. They had a history. You know what I'm saying? But the history was on him. He was always the one calling the police, because he was raised not to put his hands on a woman.
Wow.
So, and an officer actually acknowledged that. You know what I'm saying? So, it was to the point to where the same officer that used to come to their house for their ill issues stood in front of me and said, "Man, when we got the call, we thought we were coming over here for him, not her."
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So he was actually the victim in their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't get stuck in that. But we got to do the right thing, man. The system got to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? This kid didn't intentionally and maliciously do something to this girl. You got guys got 4 murders on their record. Got a bond, didn't have to pay cash.
And this is his first time ever being
This is his first time. This is his first time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Got guys got three bodies on their records. They got a bond. They didn't have to pay cash. So what made him different? Because somewhere in your notes, somebody emailed you or sent you a text or sent you whatever and told you that this is Young Thug's nephew.
Mm.
So now he gets a cash bond. Let's be for real now. Let's make it right.
But
this is a different.
Yes, and he's been in jail for 2 years, and they haven't had a trial. Has he?
Got arrested. He got arrested probably a month or so after his uncle did.
So has he been indicted, or is just the charges?
he's been indicted,
Okay.
you know, to where they have even made him an offer already.
They have.
So, after his first 4 or 5 months in being locked up, they had then already made him an offer. Where you do that at? And he hadn't even had a first appearance because his lawyer wasn't never showing.
He hadn't had a first appearance?
He hadn't had a first appearance for almost a year.
What?
Because the public defender that was assigned to him, she's not altogether herself to me. She was somebody that they just put on the case and said, this is your client, but we gonna let you know when we want to handle him. That's the way his case have went. You know, every time we talked to him and asked him have his attorney came to see him, no. She came to see him after probably a year of him being incarcerated.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you know, there's a lot of people, man, got their hands in this case. And I'm gonna find out who they are, and I'm gonna call them out. And whoever don't like it, hey man, it is what it is. There's a lot of shit y'all doing to my family that I don't like. Right now, I feel for my family's life when it comes down to law enforcement. I really do. That's just how deep it is. You know, we got City of Atlanta police officers that harass us. We got the gang task force officers who harass us. We got the sheriff department, some of the sheriff department officers harass us, you know, speak down on us, you know, as if we're not there.
Someone is asking, how do they send Jeffrey letters or emails? I mean, not the letters. Let me just put this up right here.
I don't think they let him get mail. And if they do, if he do receive mail, letters or whatever, they gonna open it, read it, and they gonna make the decision on if they want to give it to him or not. So I advise anybody not to even send him that. Send them a letter.
Okay.
Because if you say anything in it that they feel like they can use for something, then here we go with another situation.
Oh, okay.
This is how petty they play it. This is how petty they are.
Yes, Jasmine, it is true that there is an appeal process going on.
Yeah.
He answered that question earlier. If you guys would have came in earlier, I would have heard him. So you might have to go back. I don't know if he wants to repeat some of the stuff he already said.
No, so yeah, it is an appeal process going on. Which this case, like I said earlier, this case should have been over a year ago. Honestly, it should have been over. You know, but that's the price we pay.
Wow. Okay. Wally says, Mr. Williams, what do you think about a year after Jeffrey, Lil Baby, and Gunna paid bail for all those inmates? Jeffrey gets arrested. Seems shady by the DA.
It's because it's personal with her against him. And it's all because of the gentleman who they're putting emphasis on, Mr. Thomas. So she's personally involved in this case, but she's staying behind the scene on it. What we need to do is we need to ask for an investigation to be launched on her. That's what we need. We need an investigation to be launched on her. And I guarantee you a lot of things will go away or change. And not just for us, for anybody. For anybody. What we need to do as the citizens of Atlanta, we need to go in and get her out of office. Because if we don't, It's going to affect a whole bunch of our family members. It's going to affect a whole bunch of our kids, grandkids, the whole 9 yards. She doesn't deserve to be in position in Georgia. She's from California. Let her go to California and fight some real games. That's what I would like to see her do. I love to see her go to California and fight some real games. Because there's no games in Georgia.
Okay. Wow. There is some more questions. They wanted to know, let's see, there was another person put in a question in here. Well, they said they wanted to send him books. That's what that person wanted to send him, not letters or anything like that.
No, okay. Well, I don't know if they'll let him have it or not. You'll actually have to call the jail and see if they'll allow that, but I really doubt it. I really doubt it. So I'm not gonna recommend that, you do that.
Yeah, it makes sense. Tall Glass says, how's Jeffrey's spirit holding up?
I can't answer that. But I can say, he looks like he's in good spirit when I see him. You know what I mean? So, that's all that I'm concerned with. If he looked the part, then he may feel the part.
Mm-hmm. So do you get a chance to visit him like during the holidays now?
Nah. I'm gonna try to visit him, but it'd be kind of difficult.
They don't let y'all?
Now, he can only have one visit a week. So, and you have to do it on the internet. So there's no visitation list.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have to do it on the internet, and it's a first come, first serve type of situation. And I'm not that good with that computer like that.
Oh, wow.
So at 12 midnight on Saturday, hey man, it's like a needle in a haystack trying to get in. Because somebody already took the visit or whatever.
Wow.
So it's real difficult.
Okay. Yep. There's another question. Mika says, I know Georgia is where your whole family's root are, but why can't you guys move out of the city? Your family always be targeted. Some rappers have moved out of their city of birth due to envy. There's a lot of envy.
Two reasons. For one, some of our family members aren't able to move. Number two, by Jeffrey being the breadwinner of his immediate family, it's kind of difficult right now because it's financially. Gotcha. Finances ain't like they supposed to be. So, we ain't, it's not gonna happen just yet. But as soon as he's out of there, then yeah, his family may leave Georgia. And it's sad. It's sad, because why should you have to leave where you was rooted at?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now I can kind of like relate to why Michael Jackson went through what he did. You know what I'm saying? Prince went through what he did. Some of these other artists, that probably in your own cities. Once they became somebody to the system, now here come the judicial system out of them. So it's as if they actually try to force you out of your city because of you being successful. Do that make sense?
Yeah. And his foundation and family's all here. It's a whole bunch of guys out here.
Does that make sense? Does that, why should you mean to tell me that we are so spiteful toward each other as a black race that we will go through these type of extents to get a man separated from where he was born and raised at. And, you know, I'm cool if it was somebody that was actually from Atlanta. We're talking about somebody that's from California.
Mm.
In another man's city trying to run him out of his city. Just because of you being in a position.
And he's trying to get back to where he come from, you know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day, that was the right thing to do. Why is it wrong to do now? When I was growing up, that's what we strive for.
Yeah.
To better ourselves so we can better our community.
Yeah.
Now you get persecuted for that. Really?
Yeah.
But guess what? That's just on our side of town.
Mm.
When you go to the west side of Atlanta, you don't get that. You know why? Because majority of our politicians are from the west side of Atlanta. They grew up on the west side. They went to school on the west side, or they went to school in DeKalb County. You understand what I'm saying? The south side of Atlanta people has never, and mark my word when I tell you this, do the history. Look it up. The south side of Atlanta has never had political support. Never. You can't find someone my age or older that would tell you that we have ever had a politician to come to our side of Atlanta, not even for the missing and murdered kids of Atlanta.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, it's that deep. Now we have a young man. Thank God for him. That's in politics. That's our city councilman. He's the only.
Isn't that the one that's fighting against Fannie Willis?
Yeah, Antonio Lewis.
Antonio Lewis, yeah.
He's the first and only politician we have ever had to represent the south side of Atlanta, and they giving him hell. They giving him hell to where she had even accused him one time of being a YSL gang member because he's from this area.
What? What? Really?
So, really. And I wonder, you know, and I know he has to play the politics, but he should have spoke on that when it happened. He should have went public with that when it happened.
Because I see them going back and forth with each other with different things. But isn't he the one just recently wanted to pass this law where if anybody wearing a mask,
yeah. So, you know, it's personal. It's personal. You know, for the way we're being handled, you would think that these people were from outside of town.
Oh yeah, you would think so.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and to be prejudiced against your own race, that says a lot about you. But you know, that's our race. We do that to each other.
Oh, that's so true.
Do that to each other. You know,
sure.
I have had heated arguments with people saying you can't be prejudiced towards your own color. Yes, the hell you can. Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can. You can.
That's called looking down your nose at a person.
Yeah. See, they
thinking that you are better than them.
They think they getting it mixed up. They thinking you're saying racist. You're not talking about racism.
No, I said prejudice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You could be prejudiced against your own kind. Yes, you can.
You know, so, you know, hey, man, and it's sad because we are the only ones like that. I can't understand why we hate to see one another prosper.
Yes.
You know, I was looking at a Barney Mac clip the other day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of people probably have seen this. And he was one. His joke was, it was a black man, white man, and a Korean,
Mm-hmm.
a Mexican or something. But anyway, he said they was going to heaven. He said they told him, said, Barney, you know you can't go to heaven. And he said, what you mean? He said, Barney, you know you ain't going to heaven. There's no damn way you going to heaven, Barney. And he said, well, what? Well, I know I can get in heaven. I just need to talk to the old boy and this, that, and other. And he said, well, you might. It's one way you might can get in heaven. He said, what's that? He said, if you can ask God a question that he can't answer, then he might let you in heaven. So Barney went to God, whispered something in his ear, and he said, God said, open the gate. Let him in. He's in a Mexican said, how in the hell did he get in heaven? What could he have said to ask God for him to get in heaven? He said, so the Mexican went to God and said, what did he ask you? God told him, said, he asked me, do I ever think that black people will ever come together?
Wow. He couldn't answer that.
Hey, man, if God can't answer that question, how in the hell can we answer? When? I would love to see the day of that. You know why we can't come together, man? Because it's going to always be somebody that's going to be weak enough to allow somebody to drive a wedge between us.
Hello.
When we do come together.
Hello. Speaking of that, they've been trying to put a wedge between you and I. Yeah, definitely. But it's not going to happen because I'm me. Exactly.
I'm me.
They have rumors out that you've been paying for my equipment and all this kind of stuff.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
That's what I was told. I was told that I said that you pay for all my equipment and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. I'm like,
yeah, that's a lie. That's a lie. You know, a guy called me about that. And when he said that to me, I was like, who the hell can he be been talking to?
What was the name of the guy?
His name was God damn. I done forgot his name, man. Cause I wasn't big more studying that shit than you were. Yeah. Hey man, the guy was speaking on you, and I was like, what type of hatred shit this is? Here we go again with some black on black shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell y'all something, people. Let me tell y'all something. Let me share this with you all right now. Infamous Sylvia didn't choose Big Jeff. Big Jeff chose her.
Thank you.
And it was because on the first week or two of this case, I went to a lot of reporters. I spoke to a lot of reporters and asked them to join me on, speaking on this case and this, that, and the third. But they were so at fear of their reputations, of their little tired ass, blogs or whatever, their media fights and shit, to where, yeah, they talked to me that one time and then I didn't hear from them anymore. So I'm that type of person that if I give you a chance to be part of something I got going on one time and you don't respond or you don't take heat to it or come in or, stand on what you say you represent, I don't have no more talk for you. I don't have any more talk for you. So don't come to me, and I tell people this. Now, if you're not strong enough to stand on what you're standing on, the best thing to do is not to talk to me, because I'm gonna say what I want to say. I'm not in fear of whatever might come behind it or might try to be coming behind it. I'm prepared for it. But if you ain't big, if you don't have the goals and the balls to stand with me, hey man, the best thing to do is not to talk to me, because I'm gonna say what I got to say. I'm gonna say what I got to say, and a lot of those cats backed away from me for that. So my mom raised me on leave sleeping dogs, let them sleeping dogs lie. So guess what? When you bail out on Big Jeff, hey man, Big Jeff ain't got no more use for you, because you showing me who you with. I don't need someone with me. I need somebody for me. And infamous Sylvia has been for me since the first time we talked. So that's why I talk to her. That's why I share things with you all through her. So don't let nobody tell you nothing different. You heard it straight from the horse's mouth.
Booyah.
I can care less than a hell about other bloggers when it come down to this case now.
All righty. He has spoken. On that note, what else would you like to say, sir?
So I'll take some more questions.
Okay, guys.
I got time.
Questions? Would y'all like to have some questions? I can put the link in and they can come up if they would like to. Hold on, let me put the link in. All right, here we go.
Whitney.
I'm gonna let them hit the link. Okay. Wally said, did Mr. William hear Kanye give Jeffrey a shout out to Trump?
No, I didn't hear that. I don't be on the internet like that. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know, I'm what's going eat? I'm really shocked that a lot of these artists, and don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not shocked that the Kanye Wests and the Meek Mills and the Jay-Z's and you know what I'm saying, the Bootsy's, and I'm not shocked at them. I'm shocked at these weak ass Atlanta rappers.
Okay.
Who's allowing a woman to put so much fear in their city to where they won't even speak up for them damn selves.
Okay.
I'm not a damn rapper, but I'm speaking up for them. And not one of them have came to me not one time and said, I'm standing with you, Big Jeff. And I got a problem with that. This your city. This what y'all represent. How you don't stand on somebody trying to take your freedom of speech from you, man? You got to be the biggest assholes in the world. And I mean it just like that. You know, if we let them take freedom of speech, man, we might as well put zippers on and locks on our damn mouths. Because that's what they telling you. You don't even have the right to talk anymore.
Yeah. So
how you sit back and let that happen and let that even become a fight for you? How are these activists sitting back allowing this to take place when you know you country ass niggas holler, I walked with Martin Luther King, I did this, I did that. Shit, where you at now? What we need to do, go dig bro Martin back up. Who gonna stand up in his place? I guess I got to be that person. So I'll be him. I'll be the new Martin. And I'll stand alone. Because half of the people who walk with him weren't right neither. Shit. So it ain't gonna be no different.
Yeah. Okay. Kelly Benitez says, is Jeffrey in PC, protective custody?
No,
Okay.
no, he's. I don't think he's in PC. I think they got him separated, but it's not. I wouldn't consider it PC. But he wants to. He wants to be in population. They just won't allow him to be in.
Okay. How do you feel about how the judge is handling the case?
His name should be funny too.
All right. Next question. Has the yes, he has been in the court. She asked, "What's the atmosphere for you there?"
Okay, that's a good question. I like that. I like that. The atmosphere for me to be in that courtroom, now that we are able to be in the courtroom with them, I would rather not be there.
Why?
I would rather not be in the courtroom with them because the hatred is so thick till I can feel it.
Mm.
And I do not appreciate someone having something against my child that doesn't even know him.
Mm.
I hate to see people have something against people who they don't even know. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got people sitting around, and I have always felt like this about court. You got people sitting around who have never met you in life, who don't know from the word say go, nothing about your character or nothing. That's standing in front of you, making you the scum of the earth with no morals. But they'll sit back and tell a jury, look at him, look at them, look at her, or look at whoever is on trial. They're sitting over there with no remorse, with no morals whatsoever on the crime that they done committed. This, how in the hell do you know? Mm. Looks can be deceiving. That's what I was always told. But on top of that, what the hell make your mouth a prayer book? For you to be condemning these people. Ain't none of us perfect.
That's true.
But if you're going to fight the law, fight the law. Don't fight the law on another person's errors. Because I guarantee you this. If it's 50 people in that courtroom, you got 50 people who have done something in their life that they had to change. You got 50 people in that courtroom who have done something they didn't have no business doing. And they may have corrected it. And if they did corrected it, they probably correct themselves to say, I won't do it again. So who are you to judge me? It ain't but one person who can judge me. And we all know who that is.
God.
You understand? You know, so for me sitting in the courtroom, actually looking around this courtroom, observing people and observing how they're looking at us and they're looking at my child and they're looking at the people who's on trial with him. It's hard for me to accept that. It's hard for me to sit there and look at that. It's hard. And then for me to see a judge who's playing the dozens and not upholding the Constitution that he swore to do, that really rolls my goat. I really have a problem with that. I really have a problem with that. You know, to where I don't know now if you doing all this for the camera Or you doing all this for your personal glory? Or you trying to prove a point to yourself that you can do something, that you can do this, and you can do what you want to do as a judge. Because that's how I take it. I take it that he's abusing his authority. I feel like he's abusing his oath of office. Because there's no way, man, some of the thing that's being allowed to happen in this courtroom should be allowed to be happening. For instance, a trial starting without a discovery. We started a trial without a discovery. We started a trial with the state being awarded 7, 8, or 9 times to be demanded to give the defense attorneys all of their discovery that they have for this case. And they saying to the judge in their own way, damn you, we're going to give them what we want them to have. Because every time the deadline comes for them to have to give the defense attorneys all of their discoveries, it's an excuse. Or it's something that they can't give, or something that they didn't give, or this, that, and the third. You can't argue that as an attorney, as a defense attorney. How can you argue something that's being put in front of you day of in trial? Make it make sense.
And switching witnesses and not giving witness lists. Yeah.
You falsifying paperwork, you falsifying statements, you falsifying reports, you falsifying all type of shit. Yeah, the judge need to do better.
Even the witnesses are saying, that's not my report. And some of them bring their own report with them.
That's my point. That's my point. These are falsified documents. When is somebody going to be held liable? When are we going to try to, when is the question going to be asked? Who wrote this report?
Stuff being missing. You got a body cam, videos being missing. And it's weird.
Come on now. But if you would have had something that you can prove on a person, you would have had all the body cams in America. How can you have 20 plus officers running around in a man's house and nobody has a body cam on? Really? Really? Because you had shit you were doing that you couldn't let be seen. For instance, a man's medication being poured into a bag and you charge it to my son, saying that he's selling pills. You taking money bands off of money, putting it in a bag to make it look like drug money. But you left the pill bottles and the bands on the counters in the house. That make y'all smart. Why we don't have that on body cam? Why we don't have a lot of things y'all did in that house on body cam? Do we have anything y'all did in that house on body cam? That's the part I'm waiting to see. That's what I'm waiting to see. Because we can prove that's what happened. I can.
All right. Next question. How is the immediate family holding up?
We holding up okay. We holding up okay. We got love in this family. We're gonna support each other. We're gonna support my sons. We're gonna support these other kids that's on this bull crap case with him, and we letting go and handle it. We're gonna let go and handle it, and we're gonna stand strong. As King say, we're gonna stand on the business. We're gonna stand on the business. So we all right.
Someone says thoughts on witnesses refusing to testify for the state. That's what David says.
You got to have some first for them to refuse.
Okay. He answered that question, David. Okay, next one. Vicky says, do you feel that this case is more about taking away our civil rights than it is about any alleged crimes?
Yes, kind of, sort of, yes. Yes, I do. And that's what I mean by if we allow them to get away with trying to persecute somebody for freedom of speech, we might as well walk around in silence, man. Because if you talk about something and it can be held against you, where do you have freedom of speech at? We should be able to talk about anything. That's what we'll tell our damn children. Don't be scared to talk to me about nothing. You can talk to me about anything. So now how we gonna say that? Just talk to me about certain shit. Really? So we can't talk about anything anymore. We got to talk about certain things. I would like to hear that conversation. But one thing you can best believe, I was asked by some of my grandkids, right? Mm-hmm. They say, Granddad, if they tried to put us back in slavery, what you'll do? I said, I'll be the first one to die. Because I'd be damned if they're gonna put me back in slavery. And I don't even know what slavery was about. I know what we have been showed and told, but there's no way. There's no earthly way. I said, let me tell you something. They had a cat on Roots called Chicken George who took off running. Instead of me taking off running, I'm not going to take off running because they're going to shoot me. I'm just going to start shooting. Because you're going to kill me anyway. So at least I won't die alone.
You take one of them out, right? You take a couple of them out.
I'm going to take a lot of them out. You know, the general said, don't shoot till you see the whites of their eyes. Man, I ain't even going to wait for you to blink. Try to put me in slavery.
Vicky says, I haven't followed the case in its entirety, but it seems like the other attorneys and defendant have done things to sabotage YT from passing drugs to outbursts. Do you feel the same?
No, because that didn't happen. You were just told that.
Because you never saw the drug. You never seen the drug. You never seen the actual drug that was passed over. I was in court, so I never saw the drug.
Thank you. So
I heard there was drugs. I heard that they look, but I didn't see it. They didn't put it up. Look, guys, they didn't do that.
Yeah, and let me let her in on this note. If you take a man from the jail, get him dressed and ready to go to court, he has to be transported. Before they are transported, they be searched.
Mm-hmm. Searched in and out.
All right. When they get to the courthouse, they be searched. Mm-hmm. When they get dressed, before they get dressed, that at least that you all know. But before any of them get dressed in those little pretty suits and outfits y'all see them having on in court, all of that stuff is searched.
Yep.
By the deputies.
Yep.
It's searched by the deputies in the jail, in the courthouse.
Yep.
Thoroughly. So if anything take place, it can't take place till that time. But anything you have heard them being caught with other than the tobacco, I think it's been just something to be said because it's never been shown. Don't you know if they had anything that they can show to really convict these kids with in the courthouse, don't you know you'd have seen all that by now? You know, and the poor lawyer who had his prescribed medication in his briefcase, that if he hadn't got arrested, the judge would have never knew he had his medication in his briefcase. So no, that's not true. That was the lawyer's personal prescribed medication. He just didn't bring the bottles with him, which makes sense because I don't take my medicine bottles with me. Yeah. Sometimes I'll put my medication in my pocket and take it when I get where I'm going, because I might not have nothing to drink at that time. I might not want to drink what I have to drink at that time. You know, and then I've been in a situation where I was running late, leaving out the house. So I took my medication with me. You know, it happens. We human.
Yeah.
We human. But no, that's not true. So don't believe that. That's not true.
She said, thank you for clarifying that she was shocked. But okay. How many questions you want to take before we get off?
Hey man, I'm here till you want to get off.
All right, y'all. He's here till we want to get off. I was trying to get some folks to come up here. I guess they scared to come up here. I know Vicky usually come up. What's going on, Vicky? You scared? Let me stop. Okay, Angie says, how helpful has Kevin Lyles been to the family since his business partner artist has been arrested?
Kevin Lyles ain't shit. Kevin Lyles does shit for the camera, not us. You want to know, have we heard from him? Hell no, we haven't heard from him. Do you think I give a damn if I do hear from him? Hell no, I don't.
All right now.
Piece of shit.
Okay. All right.
Y'all are going to see me attack the industry.
All right. Next question. Did they offer Jeffrey a plea deal?
Yes, they did. He turned it down.
Okay. Okay. You gotta be speechless on the answer. Okay. Okay. Angie says she knew it, and one thing about you, you keep it 100.
I don't know how to fake.
He doesn't know how to fake it, y'all. Don't ask him a question you don't really want to know the answer, the truth. Anybody have any question? So, question from my side here. What do you would like the people to know in regard to this whole case?
I want y'all to know that it come a time in life, man, where you have to make decisions that are difficult. And those decisions, when you make those decisions, you need to make those decisions on, this is my decision that I'm gonna live with. Mm-hmm. You know, regardless of what. So we're in a position right now to where we got to make a decision based on how we want to be looked upon for the rest of our lives. And that's by not allowing these people to start a pandemic of, well, if we can say, if we can start getting people to agree to us convicting people off of their freedom of speech, not just Atlanta, not just Georgia, the whole United States gonna have problems. Every city is gonna have a problem. I was reading today where they even trying to let YNW Melly lyrics be used against him. Hey people, we better wake the fuck up. We better wake the fuck up and stop this shit before it get too far out of hand. That's what that's what I want to say.
Sharon wants to know, what was the plea deal they offered him?
Some bullshit. And we're going to keep it at that.
Okay.
Some bullshit.
Jason asks, what was your favorite song on Business to Business?
Business is business?
Yeah, Business is Business.
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
How do you feel about Lil Baby throwing shots at Gunna for his plea deal? For his plea?
He need to shut the fuck up because he don't know what's going on. You know, he's going off of what he heard. Ask Lil Baby, have he ever came to a court date?
Oh, okay.
See, that's what I want y'all to ask these goddamn rappers and these bloggers with this whole snitch shit and this. When have y'all went to a court date to support Slime, to support Jeffrey, to support Thug, however you want to name him? Go on their social media pages and say, why in the fuck haven't you been at the courthouse to support your dude? And I guarantee you won't get an answer. So that's how I feel. Everybody that hasn't been there needs to shut the fuck up about Gunna.
All right. How is Thug's children?
They're okay. They're okay. They're gonna have a good Christmas, and you know, they're gonna be all right.
Okay.
They're gonna be all right. They got a family. They're gonna be all right.
How does Thug and Big Jeff feel about the plea deals taken? Some plea don't require testifying and some do.
I feel damn good about that, because that ought to show you all that these people are full of shit. Because if you know, let's call a spade a spade. If you want to convict somebody that bad the way that they putting it, why wouldn't you want somebody to testify to what the hell they pleading to?
True.
Do that make sense? That make it make sense now.
All right, let's see. Mustafa says, I noticed that Thugger's new worth dropped over 4.4 million. Did the fan protect his bag?
You say do what now?
He said that that he noticed Thugger's net worth drop over 4.4 million. Did the family protect his bag?
No. No. You know, because a lot of numbers that you're seeing ain't true.
Yeah, true.
You know, so.
Okay, you have made peace with the possibility. Oh, this person says, have you made peace with the possibility of unfavorable outcome? I'm praying for his freedom, but we never know with this court system.
I accepted it 7 years ago. I accepted any and everything. Well, I'm not going to say 7 years ago. I accepted it 16 years ago. My son is 32 years old now. That son is. And when I made this decision on his coming on 16th birthday, this is what I told all of my sons. I told them that I done lived my life. You know, I'm comfortable with my life. It's y'all time now. This is y'all youngest brother, which was him, which was Jeffrey. So I'm gonna die so you all can live. Because I know without me being here, we'll have some problems. You know, and all of our kids can't be perfect. All of our kids are not perfect. But as a parent, as a father, I accepted long time ago from raising my sons that one day we might have to go through some things. This is not my first run in the park with Jeffrey. Jeffrey has brothers older than him that I have had to go through things with. So it's just his time. It's him. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I prayed one night before I talked to my kids, and then my prayer to God was, I'm going to give you back what you gave to me, which is all of my children. And whatever you see fit for them in life, I'm willing to live with it. 2 weeks later, my son became a rich man. So I've been accepted the outcome of whatever in life we have to go through. That's part of our story. This is part of his story. Everybody has their story. So for him to be going through this is what God has in his script for him to have to deal with. If it wasn't, he wouldn't be going through it.
Amen. You're right about that. All righty. No, infamous Sylvia, that was a very old video. You know, people from the street don't like to go to court, Unc. He says most people don't like to go to court, especially with the way they doing things. They running people's license, and
if you ain't got nothing to hide, what you got to feel?
That's true. That's true. Some people just don't like being in court.
Okay, let me say this. You ain't got to come to court. Come see his family.
Come see his family. Hello.
Come see his family. Try to find somebody in his family. You know, one thing you can best believe, these monkey ass niggas ain't too busy to pick up a phone.
That is so true. He's right, Jason. He's right. Okay, Stephanie Farley said, you talking good talk now.
No, that's the truth. I'll say this for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Micah says, Thug will come home and the family will be okay. And I hope this become a lesson to him to stop being too generous with people and leave them where they are. Amen. Go on.
I've been telling them that. I've been telling them that for the last 9 years. But you know, sometimes we have to go through things to see it. So, you know, I ain't mad. This something he got to go through. I had to go through it growing up. You know, all of us went through it. All of us got those friends that we think are friends until something happened. Mm-hmm. So he's not going through something somebody else ain't went through. This is just a hell of a way to find out.
Yeah. Sierra says, who has been there to support, if any? Just the family, right? The
family. The infamous Sylvia. Hey, man, really. That's funny. Now, that's a good joke. That's a good joke.
Okay. Next question: are the industry rappers picking sides between Thug and Gunna if they don't know what's going on, especially with Gunna's plea?
They shouldn't be. Honestly, they shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it goes back to us always being easily influenced on what we hear instead of what we know.
Will Big Jeff take the stand?
Can't wait.
Ooh, he's taking a stand, y'all.
Can't wait. If they call me up there, I can't wait. My case, my test, my questioning gonna end quick. I guarantee you. My questioning ain't gonna make it no. My questioning ain't gonna make it no further than me promising to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. My questioning gonna stop right there because of the answer I'm gonna give them.
Mustafa asks, does Big Jeff think about, what do you think about the interview with Gully? And he spoke on Thugger about this day. I don't know who Gully is, so you probably need to explain who Gully is. I don't know.
Who is Gully?
I don't know. I don't know who Gully is.
Yeah, he need to tell me who Gully is and what did Gully say.
Well, I don't know who Gully is. All right, Lady Coltrane, we know that all things work together for the good of them that love God and to them who are called according to his purpose. All righty. Okay, what do you think about the mall cop's testimony?
He should have stayed his ass at home. He should have never let them bring him to court and embarrass himself like that. Because he really embarrassed. He really should have been charged. He should have been the one charged.
For lying.
To follow a man all the way to his car on a hoverboard. He's on a hoverboard. He's long gone.
Mm-hmm.
For you to walk out of the mall all the way to the parking lot to a man's car. Hey man, I might have told you some foul shit too. You didn't follow me. You didn't follow me to my car. That's a threat.
He called him a peon. That's why he got mad, because they called him a peon.
You know what I'm saying? That's a threat, man. You don't follow nobody to. We just seen a young lady get persecuted for that, for following somebody. Mm-hmm. This young lady just got life for following a man, and then she killed him.
Yeah, she sure did.
You can't follow people. That's a threat.
Yep, that girl that hit him, the car accident, right?
Thank you.
Yeah,
that's a threat. You can't follow somebody, man. This man don't know if you're a mall cop or whoever.
I love how you and Sylvia always keep it real. Big up, Sylvia, Big Jeff, Lil Jeff, and the rest of the fam. Bless you guys. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, he's still speaking of Gully. Okay, here you go.
Who is Gully?
I don't know. What does Big Jeff think about the interview? He's still doing Gully. I don't know who Gully is, guys. Explain who Gully is. Y'all, let's see. Yeah, nobody wants to come up? Y'all scared? Stephanie says everything is in divine order. God looks at the heart. Thugger got a big heart. Amen. Who's Jilly and Wallow? Who is that? We don't know who they are. JC. Teresa, we don't know who that is. Who is Jilly and Wallow? Podcast.
Hello.
Oh, it's somebody named Jilly and Wallow. They're podcast. I guess the YouTubers, podcast people. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what their interview was about, but 9 times out of 10, it was a bunch of bullshit. They just repeating what they done heard.
Okay, I will look him up afterwards. Got everybody laughing in here.
Bunch of bullshit.
He said, you remind me of that little boy they have on the video. He keeps saying bullshit, bullshit.
Yeah. You know, they just repeat what they done heard. That's all.
Okay, he says you need to look them up. It's about what happened to them before it happened. Okay. Okay, hey, IQ. It was Thug's Big Cop podcast before the indictment fell. That's what IQ said. IQ, you want to come up? I'll put a link in here for you. Come on up. Sierra said it was an interview with Jeff before the situation happened, kind of like a foreshadowing thing. It was an interview they had. It was a very respectable interview, they said. Wallow did 20 years advised Thug to watch his back. Beware of rats in the camp. Okay, that's what he said.
Oh, okay.
Wallow.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but I don't know nothing about that.
He don't know anything about that, y'all.
No, I don't know nothing about them. I don't listen to that stuff.
I'm telling y'all, he doesn't listen to any kind of social media stuff. I be sending him something, he'd be like, what's that? Where's that at?
Yeah, that shit though, you know. Nah.
Okay, Jasmine says, yes, Wallow told him and his crew he don't want to get tricked off the street.
Well, sometimes we can trick ourselves. So it ain't about the crew tricking. You know, we sometimes we can put our faith in more than just God. You know what I'm saying? And we come out on a bad end or a deal because we're trying to be all right. And all right ain't shit.
Wow. Okay, Mackenzie says, when Thugger come home, can Sylvia please get a Big Jeff, Little Jeff interview first?
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible.
The two of y'all, not just one.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, it's possible. He likes Sylvia. She ain't told y'all that.
I can't tell him everything.
He always smile at her, wave at her, everything. So
and blow kisses at me.
Yeah. So he ain't always blowing kisses at Mariah now.
Tell him, Big Jeff. Tell him.
You know, his mom be in the courtroom. Sometimes his sisters be in the courtroom. So you know, it'd be a few family members in now. So
yeah. She
just get the credit because they know she's his girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, like I say, y'all gotta, you know, if you're not there, then you going on what people saying. But we're gonna get it to you real. The name of my show is called Nothing But the Truth.
He's about to do his own podcast, y'all. He gonna have it up popping. So just be ready. Just be ready. Well, Jeff, I'm tired now.
All right.
I'm almost at my 2-hour time limit. Anybody have a last burning question y'all want to ask before we get off? Okay. JC says, when it comes to the appeal, how will that work since while trial is still going on? While trial is still going on. Yeah, how do that work?
The appeal works because once you get things on record and you charge the judge with it, if the judge denies it, then you automatically can do an appeal on it.
Okay, but while the trial is going on simultaneously?
Yeah. Yeah, because you're gonna ask for it again and again and again.
So
So
does it stop it? If say the appeal says, okay, dismiss the case, do it stop the trial right then, or what
yeah,
happens?
yeah, it'll stop the trial then because what's gonna happen is when they say it's in review, they're going through everything that's been discussed already,
Okay.
along with what the attorney filed to be reason for the dismissal. You feel what I'm saying? He has to give a reason why he's asking for the dismissal. And then they look into those reasons along with what's going on in the trial. Okay. And if they see fit, well, it's unfair or the Constitution, if the Constitution is not being held up at some point, then it's automatic.
Yes, violation.
You understand? Because the judge is sworn in to uphold the Constitution, not be a damn judge, not be an attorney.
Gotcha.
And at the rate we going, the judge is acting more of an attorney than he is a judge and upholding the Constitution.
Okay.
So yeah, you can charge a judge. You can charge a judge with upholding the Constitution. It ain't about the case.
So since this has happened, you've been learning more about the law, or did you know all this before?
No, I knew it. It's just I'd have never seen this type of behavior in a case.
Okay.
This is an absurd behavior. You know what I'm saying? To where you can't believe us a judge actually doing this in a case.
Okay.
So I did. This case has taken a lot of people by storm, man. Trust me. Not just us, not just you all. It done took a lot of you. I'm talking about it done took a lot of people by storm.
So now they have actually accepted the appeal, then, right? That's what because
no, they haven't accepted it yet. It's pending.
Okay. So once they accept it, then Mr. Steele has to do an oral argument on it? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Last question. Who's going to give me the last burning question before we get off? Who's going to ask? All right. Let's ask. Bless has a question. She says, do you think he helped them too much with their case? Because she don't know what she is doing. I guess she's talking about the judge with the prosecution.
Yeah. He is actually leading them through this case.
Okay, we got somebody coming up. Hey, IQ.
Auntie Sylvia.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm gonna be in your neck of the woods tomorrow.
Okay, you gonna come to the trial is not going.
No, not the trial, but I'll be. How you doing, Big Jeff?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
Man, blessed, man. We here, another season, another year around the sun. We done made it. I was gonna come up, right? But I was like, man, I was like, what can I really ask him? So I said, you know what? All right, so I had failed, right? So all right, let me say this. I've been following the case. I actually been live streaming the case since the very beginning, and I've been a big fan of your son, and just like everybody, or not everybody else, but most of us. So I'm very in tune. So it just took me back right there. Something just hit me. I said, you know what? I remember when I had caught some time, right? They gave me 19 years, suspended 15. I had to do 4, right? So I remember when I first caught my case, like the exact day I caught my case, right? And it was a state case or whatever. No, this was in Virginia. I was in Wright Street when I was messing up when I was young. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't never did no real time in Georgia. But this was in Virginia when I left Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I was living over there at Roswell, Northside, but I used to be everywhere, you know what I mean? So I remember I got on the phone when I got to the intake, and I called Mom Dukes because I don't got no bail money. I don't really know what to do. So most of us rely on whether it's your mama, your dad, or just you know what I mean, your grandma, whoever it is. So
that's all you got. That's all you got.
Right. Like my little homies could help me. I ain't had no money, right? So I said, Mom, she said, boy, she can see the number where she's like, what the hell? I said, man, it ain't looking good. You know what I'm saying? She said, what's going on? I said, I can't really talk, but I'm like, I need some help. How can I get out here? And she was like, she gave me some game though. She said, "Oh, I know somebody that can help you." So I'm thinking it's a bill, but I don't know who it is. Somebody with a check. I said, "Who is it?" She said, "God." I said,
God,
"Huh?"
man.
I said, "No, I
God.
said, I'm just in the intake. I ain't even in the jail. I'm downtown before they even sent me
Yeah.
to jail." I said, "Huh?"
God, man.
So, so
That's it.
look, so look, and I understood what that was later when I did my bid. I got it like when I had to do my bid and I, had to kind of sit down. Was it anything that your son or anyone that's involved, like, what was like the best advice that you gave, or that insight, or just a little like something that nobody would really know?
That's a lot. That's a lot. I have given my kids insight all their lives,
Mm-hmm.
not just now. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Let me make this clear to everybody. I'm not that gold digging dad. You know what I'm saying? I have been in my kids' lives all of their lives. Trust me. And the things that I morally instilled in them, they do it. But I still had to understand and accept the fact that they have their lives too. You know what I'm saying? And we as parents, we got to do that with our kids. Our kids have to be able to live, because we can't watch them 24 hours a day, 8 days a week.
8 days.
We can't walk with them all day, every day, because if we do that, if we spend our lives doing that, who gonna support them?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what I have always instilled in my children is, you pick your own poison. You understand? And like your mom said with you, when you pick that poison, it ain't but one person who can help you, son. One. And that's why I made the decision to give all of my children, when Jeffrey turned 16, I gave all of my children back to who gave them to me. And I can go to sleep at night. I can rest. You understand what I'm saying? And I advise them the same things. When your children get to a certain age, it's so much you can do. You know what I'm saying? It's so much you can do. But one thing you can't never stop doing, and one thing you can never retire from, it ain't but one job you can't retire from, and that's being a parent. So from the day they enter this world until the day one of us leave this world, I'm going to continue to be that parent.
Right on. That's some advice for me.
I support my kids from the outside.
Right. Because I'm at the point too. Not to cut you off, but I've been thinking that because I have a 17-year-old now, and I don't want to say where they live at, but they live in a very big city right now, like bigger than the city I grew up in. And I constantly every day, I don't know why, I'm trying to stop thinking like this. And I hope they ain't watch me, but I'd be worried. You know what I'm saying? I'd be worried. I don't know. I know what I was doing when you feel me? I'd be worried, man. I'd be worried, like, not because of them, because of how the world is.
That's a concerned parent.
Right.
That's being a concerned parent, man. You don't never in life make yourself feel like you don't have the right to feel like that. You know what I'm saying? You're going to feel like that for the rest of their lives or your life, whoever leave first.
Man. That's heavy. That's heavy.
In a bad
feel
spot
like
of the
that.
house.
If you care about your children.
You're in a bad spot.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Don't never have fear in being a parent. You know what I'm saying? And never fear your kids. Can you hear me?
Yeah, never fear your kids. You said never fear
Hello?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, never fear your kids, man, because somebody got to be for them. We know that their so-called friends ain't for them. They with them, but they not for them. So what I have instilled in my kids throughout their lives is I tell them, take 5 people that you call friends and put them in a room and say, we're gonna have a meeting. And so the meeting gonna start off with this. How many of you, by show of hands, is with me, and how many of you are for me? And then you explain to them what you mean by with and for. If you with me, then that means as long as the good is good, and as soon as shit start going another route, you get the hell on to the next. That means you with me. So if you with me, if that's the only reason you're around me, or that's the only reason you consider me friend, I need you to leave the room now. Right. But if you for me, that means when everything going good, we good. When things start heading south for the winter, all of us putting our heads together trying to figure out how we're going to keep this shit going. Right. Those are the people for you. So guess what? Those are the people I want with me 24 hours a day, 25 days a goddamn day. You understand what?
There you go with the power.
So that's what we got to instill in our. Huh? What'd you say?
No, she said you put extra. It's so many hours.
That's what we got to instill.
Days and time with 25/8, not 24/7, 25/8.
There you go.
I
there you go.
That, Big Jeff.
There
I'm about
to
get out here. Auntie Sylvia, I'm gonna hit you when I get down there. Hopefully we can link up. Blessings to y'all. Free Thug, free Jeff. Shout out Big Jeff. Peace, blessings, man.
Peace. Bye.
Yep.
All right. Same to you, man. All right.
All right, everybody. We're about to get off. Jeff, thank you. As usual, it's been wonderful. Thank you for the time. Thank you for sharing.
All right.
With everybody here. All right. See ya.
All right, girl. And I'll see y'all later.
Okay, bye. All right, good people. All right. That was great. That was great. All right, guys. Thank you. Please share this live. Folks that's stealing, please give me my credit. Okay? Because I know you guys gonna take it. But give me my credit. Give me my credit. Thank you so much. And y'all heard what the man said. He chose me. I didn't choose him. So all the ones that be talking all that crap about me, I ain't choose them. They chose me. Okay? So they always be like, you're a clout chaser. You this. You didn't know. I just was myself. Supporter. You're welcome. All right. See you guys. Don't forget our music. Okay. May the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent one from another. Amen. All right. Love y'all. Bye. Here's our church music. Bye.